I'm Catherine Fiubani and I'm the designer maker here at the Lane Fine Jewellery. I'm filming today in my workshop. You can see behind me my workbench, and that is where all my pieces are created. It's actually a corner of my dining room. If you were to look to my right, you would see some gorgeous gardens through the window, and whenever I'm a little bit stuck for inspiration, I know I can just pop outside and I'll see a colour or a texture or a shape that will spur off 1,000 ideas. I'm lucky enough to live right on the edge of the Highland boundary, and it's the walk up the hill to the top where the boundary lies that really inspired this new collection called Hedgerow. I'm drawn to the spikier side of nature. I really enjoy thorns and textures of tree trunks and the architecture of seed pods, and it's an exploration of that in gold and in gemstones. In particular, the plants that I've been studying are brambles, blackthorn and the wild roses that scramble up through all the branches to reach the light. I love the way that they thrive in difficult conditions. It really speaks to me that they can flourish and that their fruit provides succour for all the animals that live in amongst them. My making process nearly always starts up the hill, where I will find a twig or a branch or a leaf or a flower, just something that sets off an idea in me where I think, that would make a great earring or that would make a great necklace. I'll do lots of sketches and probably bring it back to the house with me. Once I have it back here, I'll then start to play and figure out how I can manipulate its shape to make it into a ring, for instance. The next part of that is to start building it up in wax. I have a very organic way of working, so I begin by first making the basic shape of the piece, and then I'll carve down into it to create texture or build up lumps of molten wax. And it's not a very controllable process, so I don't always know exactly how it's going to end up when it's finished. I like it to work with the beauty of happy accidents. I also enjoy setting stones in the wax because I think it looks more natural than setting them in metal afterwards. I find that if I set them in metal, more often than not it looks like the gemstone has been added to the piece, whereas I want it to look like it's almost erupting from it, like it's always been there and it's just being discovered. Once the piece has come out of casting, I then have to polish it up, but I tend to not completely mirror polish the whole piece. That's because I really love the raw, buttery texture of the gold as it comes straight out from the cast. So I'll tend to polish only the high spots that will catch the light and glitter, and it's the contrast, I think, that really adds to the beauty. I thought I'd take a moment to introduce you to my sloe necklace, named for the blackthorn bushes that populate the hill behind my house. It features a central pink tourmaline, and this particular stone has a really interesting inclusion in it, which runs across the stone from left to right. It's like a little shard. It mirrors the thorns on the blackthorns that you have to dodge as you're picking the berries to make your gin. Every precious stone has slightly different dimensions, so for this necklace, each setting has to be made to hug the exact contours of the stone that you're planning to set in it. If I flip it over, you'll be able to see how I moulded the wax around it to hug it perfectly. I think the best quality of my pieces is their individuality. I don't use moulds, even for collection pieces. Every piece is made from scratch by my hands, and it means that no two are ever completely the same. Whichever piece you buy, you can be sure that yours will be entirely unique.